The middleman strategy is definitely working. I told the guy, I said, when I saw that garbage come over, I unsubscribed. I said, man, listen, this thing is working, man. It's working.
Think about Lockheed Martin. Make a brand new missile, right? But you know how many companies they have employed and subbed out to make that missile? The material, the software. Lockheed Martin will sub out 100 companies to make a missile. And people say, well, no, you can't really middleman. There's no such. That's what they do. Lockheed Martin, y'all don't make missiles. They sub out every part of it.
They're the biggest middleman in the game, right?
Biggest middleman in the game. Shout out to you, Mr. Jerome. First of all, I haven't got a chance to even speak to you since I saw your email and your messages. But I know what all happened. I know what all transpired. Bring us up to speed.
This week has been a whirlwind of events. Like I told you before, last week we got awarded the National Guard Dentistry Services. And again, it's all about the middleman strategy. It works. And I happened to see one of the videos come over from one of another YouTube coach, and he was saying the middleman strategy doesn't work. Don't believe that garbage.
That's what some other guy said.
That was some other guy said. Hey, you know what I did? I unsubscribed immediately.
Unsubscribed immediately. Hey, you said it, not me.
I know it works, so I unsubscribed from that cat immediately. I was like, I don't need to be following them. But anyway, we got awarded the contract and just inked the deal Friday. I signed and sent it back over and went through everything and just kind of reading, and then the contracting officer, he is out of town, and both the contracting officer and the specialist is both are out of town. And so they kind of forwarded me to another backup to the backup to the backup. And so we haven't been in communication, but right now I'm asking for them to set me up as a sponsor so I can get a CAT card and so I can get access back and forth through the base and everything. And but yeah, it was a 4-year, 1 year base, so 4 year with a 6-month extension.
5 years plus a 6 months. So is the total? What was the award amount? 457,000, something like that. What was the award?
It was 565,000.
Oh, excuse me, 565,000.
Yes, sir.
Is that for all 5 years or that 1 year?
That's for all 5 years.
All 5 years. 500 and what?
65,000.
565,000. And your profit for all 5 years is 150K, right?
No, we're seeing about 260. About 260.
Your profit is 260.
260.
Let me hold some.
I had priced it at 603, and they negotiated me down.
That's even that's different numbers than we talked last time. I remember last time you was at 450 something. You had 150 profit. Now you're talking 260 profit, and you brought your numbers down. Congratulations.
I think the confusion was that I said 150. I was saying for that base year. That's when I had I think it was averaging out about 150 for the base year. I think that's where the 150 came in at. My apologies. I wasn't clear on that.
Hey, it's okay. Yeah. It's you on the payment plan for the mentorship program. You can go ahead and pay in full. No, I'm kidding. I get what you man made a little payment to get in this program. Man, one of them $200,000 profit. That's okay. No, I'm kidding with you. But that's great. Cause my thing is you attended the 5-day challenge January, right? That first week in January. I mean the last week in January. Then we did that Submit with West that following week. And then you won the contract. When in February did you win it?
I won it. It was confirmed. I want to say they had started talking to me in January, right before the new year, because my business opportunity specialist, he called me up. He said, hey, somebody just hit you up on a contract. And so it never really materialized until after I got into the class and we started talking about it and everything.
Okay,
but the other one I did win, that was a subcontractor agreement. We inked that one on Friday as well. So that one starts, both of them starts March 1st. And one was we was actually working as a subcontractor, and the other one we primed. So
yeah, and that's cool. So you got two. I remember we was in class on that Tuesday, whatever it was in early February, and you said you had won 2. So you won the one that you are the prime on, you're subbing out, doing the middleman strategy, and one of them you're actually the sub on one.
Yes, well, we hired a psychiatrist in Virginia. So the company hired us because we was a staffing augmentation company. So they hired us to find a psychiatrist. So we found a psychiatrist, and so we're subbing the sub out. The psychiatrist as a subcontract. So we still
like the middleman of the middleman. Wait, you still in the middle. So you're not the psychiatrist actually doing the psychologist work. Your company hired the psychiatrist, but some prime hired you to go find the psychiatrist.
Yes. So but like I said, that was a good profit. That was really, really good profit. They took 20%, we took the remaining 80%, and then we split that up with the psychiatrist. But yeah, that was really good profit on that one.
That's great.
So the middleman strategy is definitely working. I told the guy, like I said, when I saw that garbage come over, I unsubscribed. I said, man, listen, this thing is working, man. It's working.
And that's so crazy. I try to tell people, like, think about Lockheed Martin. Like they may make a brand new missile, right? But you know how many companies they have employed and subbed out to make that missile? I mean, the material, the software, these companies, Lockheed Martin will sub out 100 companies to make a missile. And people say, well, no, you can't really middleman. There's no shit. That's what they do. They subbing out everything. Lockheed Martin, y'all don't make missiles. They sub out every part of it.
Yeah, that's right, man. They the biggest middleman in the game, man.
Biggest middleman in the game. But people got the nerve on the internet. All the middlemen, that's not real. What are you talking about? That's how it all works.
I don't understand why they hating on the strategy, because it does work. I guess I don't know. I still don't understand that one. I don't understand that one.
I don't know, man. My stand. I always tell people, everybody's around the internet, because the thing about government contracting is you can do it in so many ways, right? You could be the prime doing the work, or like your instance, you're also the sub, subbing out the work. So you also just a sub on a contract. You can also be a consultant. Like there's so many ways you can do it. I think that some of these people might just be stuck in their one lane, and they got these blinders on, and they just think like, there's nothing else to the side. But I'm like, if you tuck those blinders down, you will see that there's a lot of ways to do this. And I just think that's what it is.
Yeah. And I think that's what the class really promoted for me, is that I was so narrow focused. And this is basically what this guy was teaching. You need to specialize. You need to have a niche. You need to do this and do that. You need to go get commercial business first. This is what he was teaching. And I'm like, that goes totally against what I know now. And that's what makes you so afraid to step out there, because you don't think you're ever good enough, because you're not specialized in something that you never produced. But in the middleman strategy, you can be anybody you want to be. You just got to be a good project manager. And so that's the key right there. You can be anybody you want to be.
That's it. Anybody you want. You a psychiatrist, you a dentist, you everything. You could be whatever you want. Right. Yeah, I clean chimneys. I'm a Catholic priest. People say all the time, like, Wesley, I don't know how to do the middleman strategy yet, because I got to go get a website. And I tell them all the time, what you going to put on it? What you going to put on a website? It don't even make sense.
Right.
So congratulations, man. How's it feel?
Man, it feels wonderful, man. It feels wonderful. My wife, she's in Nashville, so I was going to go up there with her and celebrate, but got too much work to do, man. Got too much work to do.
You back at the grind. You got to go get the next one, huh? What's your goal?
Yes, sir.
What's your goal for this year?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I fell short, because this week I fell short big time, because I just been caught up with trying to onboard the two new clients. So I haven't really been grinding like I want to. But of course, your teaching is 365. So that's the goal. However, if you fall short, you're still in a good place. And I think those are the weeks when I can, I know I fell short, but it was for legitimate reasons, But I didn't sleep on anything. It's just that my time was kind of pushed on some other areas this week. So
that's fine.
But yeah, the goal is 365, man. But I'm behind that goal right now.
Okay.
Maybe I double up.
Yeah, exactly. Double up. Don't beat yourself up on it. Don't even. I think someone told me, Wesley, it's 366 this year. I was like, what you mean? They said it's a lunar year. I said, okay, I'm gonna take that day off. I'll take that one day off. So you got one day built into it naturally. People didn't realize that this year. But don't beat yourself up. But if your goal is to get the 365 proposals by the end of the year, like, go for it. Some months is gonna be better than other months. Some months you got vacations and travel, so all that good stuff. But yeah, right. But lock in. I tell you, for everyone who's watching this, lock in, focus, and honestly, getting 365 proposals done in a year, after the wins that you'll get and generate from that, you actually probably be good. Like I was just someone asked me, what's your goal for next year? I was like, I don't know. I might not submit none. We'll see. We'll see what happens, because like you lock in for a year and you get, 3, 4, 5-year contracts that make you a good 6 figures. Okay, then maybe next year you relax, chill a little bit. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna see what next year looks like for me. We'll see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I agree with you, man. The 365 challenges, that's the goal. That's the goal.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mr. Jerome, one last thing, any tips you want to share? I'm gonna kind of edit this and say, hey, this is the winner circle. Any tips you want to share with just everyone here, right here, and anyone about what you did? I mean, so quickly. I mean, you was in the ministry program for about a week or two, then secured 2 contracts. Yeah. Any tips you want to share?
Yeah, man. I just say, man, it's stick with it. It's just it's kind of intimidating when you first get started, but this program has broken down so many barriers that what we thought was that create a lot of fear and uncertainty. But once you get on the calls, I encourage everyone just to start making that call, that first initial call to that quote, and calling that contracting officer. Believe it or not, I was the same way. I was like, man, these guys, they're gonna bite my head off. But after I start calling them, they just regular Joe like me, and so it's nothing to be fearful of. But I would definitely encourage everyone to just find one and go after it. Make the call to those vendors that you're going to be quoting for, and also call the contracting office, because again, I had known nothing about psychiatry. I went on a couple of Doc Cafe. I went on a couple of LinkedIn profile. I used my LinkedIn profile, and that's how I really found the psychiatrist, through my LinkedIn profile. And as a specialty areas of psychiatry, medication of opioid use disorder. I don't even know how to say the word that well, but now I'm contracting out a doctor to do the work for me. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You can be anybody you want to be. But yeah, I would say stick with the plan, start submitting one at a time. Don't try to overwhelm yourself, but just do it one at a time. And God gonna be faithful, because you putting the action before the horse. So I think we're gonna be good. But that's all I got, man. But I appreciate your teaching.
Amen, man. I received that as well, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jerome. Look forward to your much success, man. Let's just keep it going.
Amen.
All right. So let's